Hello friends, welcome back for another video. I hope all of you are doing great, and in today's video we are going to discuss about an invitation letter for a visitor visa. One of the most challenging part of any visitor visa is to write an invitation letter or get a sponsorship letter. So let me discuss how many types of visitor visa later there are, and what is the difference between each of these later. So first letter we have it here is invitation. Give me 1 second. Invitation letter or sponsor letter, which is just a formal invitation letter. Second one is sometimes some countries require to get notarized letter from a notary person. You especially for Canadian immigration or US immigration, they do require a letter which is notarized by a notary person. And the last one is cover letter or explanation letter, which is one of the most important part of your file. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about invitation letter or a sponsor letter. In my next video, I am going to explain about invitation letter, which should require or you have to do a notarize from a notary, and then you have to submit that letter along with your file. And I will make one more video for cover letter or explanation letter. So friends, let me open invitation letter or sponsor letter. This is the formal invitation letter. So you can start with Canadian Embassy immigration section. At the below, in here in this area, you can write Canadian Embassy address. For example, if you are applying for Philippines or India or Pakistan, please ensure if you have an address, please feel free to write it here. Next, you should include this to address this letter to visa officer, and you can start with letter of invitation. That should be the subject line. Letter of invitation for my parents, my spouse, and you have to write that person's full name as per the passport. Friends, let me tell you one more thing. This is a standard format of an invitation letter, and if you are planning to apply for any other country, then you can use it for sure. Feel free to use this letter as a reference. You can start with, I am writing this letter of support for applicant name. Here it should be your spouse name or your parents name. Type of file, temporary visa application for Canada. The purpose, the main reason why you are why your parents or your spouse is visiting to you. Here I have just write our first wedding anniversary because I have written it the way that I'm going to invite my wife. So the reason is first wedding anniversary. If you are parents and you are applying for a convocation day and or graduation ceremony, you can just write appropriate reason. Just write basic thing why you would like to invite them, what is the significance of this event, and just include or write what your parents or your spouse is doing. If your spouse is housewife, just write it here, and write when she will be visiting you. Just try to give approximately date. Then just explain to the visa officer that you are going to take care of her or your parents during their trip to Canada. Here I just have given some reference, what just for a reference, I have written that I will be going to pick up my parents or my spouse, and I will take care of their food, transportation, and medical insurance. And at the last, you can just write it about yourself that you are currently working full time. Just try to give company name, and also you have to include your PR card, citizenship card, or your work permit or your study permit. Here you can just write applicant full name, name, date of birth, address in the origin country. For example, if you are applying for India, just write their Indian address, or and also telephone number. Here just write about your personal detail, name, date of birth, your address, telephone, your email, and just conclude this letter that if visa officer have any question or concern, they can contact you anytime. So that's it, friends, for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. In my next video, I am going to explain and advise you what you should write in your invitation letter, which should be notarized by a notary person. So friends, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, friends, and hope to see you soon, guys. Thank you.